Missouri man will stay in a local prison tonight after threatening an Augusta area mosque. Preston Howard pleaded guilty to leaving multiple voicemails verbally attacking the Islamic Society of Augusta. Today, a federal judge sentenced him to 2 years in prison and 3 years probation. Members of our local Islamic community were in the courtroom, and so was News Channel 6's Ashley Osborne.
No cameras are allowed inside the federal courthouse, but I was in the courtroom for Howard's hearing. He turned and faced members of the Islamic community sitting in the pews behind him as he apologized for his actions. We talked to the board chair of the Islamic Society of Augusta. He hopes this trial serves as a lesson for many.
You will be scared yourself, like bombing, burning, beheading.
Dr. Hossam Fadl describes how the 12 voicemails Missouri man Preston Howard left over a 3-month period affected their members.
Can you imagine the kids coming to the mosque to pray, and every time they come they see police cars around? Obviously the adults were worried because they are to protect their kids and protect their families.
Howard said a simple Google search is what led him to our local mosque. He previously pled guilty and confessed to the hate crimes. And in court Tuesday, he apologized for his actions.
What was it like being in the courtroom, hearing him address you, speak to the group, apologize? What was that like?
I mean, obviously one has to think that maybe he is sincere, that he already used his incarcerated time so far to research. That's what he said. If you read, you are going to find the true Islam.
Howard told the judge that before he was uneducated because he associated all Muslims with radical terrorism. He said during the 7 months he spent in federal prison, he read books on Islam and changed the way he thinks about Muslims.
Islam means submission to God, and that will give you peace of mind and peace in heart. There are people who making this profession of their own life is to be Islamophobes or merchants of hate. They keep poisoning the minds of some people, unfortunately, like Mr. Howard.
When asked if satisfied with the sentence, Dr. Fadl says the premise is what's most important.
That if you commit such threats, you are going to be punished.
On top of his 2-year prison sentence and 3-year probation, the judge ruled Howard has to pay back almost $30,000 to the Islamic Society of Augusta. That's the amount they had to pay to up their security system after his threats. In Augusta, Ashley Osborne, WJBF News Channel 6.